Because you might start with something, think that you know what it is, and then once you're in it, you can change. I think it's an ongoing process of committing to yourself and committing to doing things well. I think the challenge now is that so much of what we do is put out before it's even finished. But I don't believe in overnight sustained success. And also just the confidence to know what you're about. So that comes, I think, hand in hand with knowing your craft, but also taking the time to understand yourself.
Welcome to Beyond the Collection by M.A.D, the podcast where we spotlight small business owners, uncover the real behind the scenes of how they're building a thriving business, from the highs, the lows, and the lessons they've learned along the way, as these lessons will equip you to start and to grow your business. I'm your host, Ep2, and I have got an amazing guest with me today, Tabi. She's a multi-talented business owner. And she's got an amazing voice. I wanted to say amazing, then sing the voice, but I'm like, let me not just embarrass myself. But she's got an amazing voice. And she is the co-founder of Butterfly Futures. Tabi, do you want to introduce yourself? For those that have not seen you before.
Yes. Hello, Fiok. How are you doing?
Good.
I'm here. Thank you for so much for having me here on your podcast. And it's great to be able to share some nuggets of what I've learned along the way. If I can just clarify, I'm actually the founder of Butterfly Future.
I thought it was you and your partner.
But it's fine. It's fine. No, he's come on board, and that's the power of doing something that you and people believing in it. So I founded it, and I'm blessed that it's growing and more support is coming that way. And I go by the artist name Tabi Gazele.
That's very good.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to start your business? And I know you started doing music first, yes, and then you got the Butterfly Futures to add. When did you know that singing was something you wanted to do?
I was born into music.
That's good.
The youngest of 4, so I grew up around music instruments and being in a family band and family performing, and I just wanted to copy my big sister, basically. And my father had us all on different instruments. He was the leader. So it was something that was a source of joy and connection for my entire life. I just saw the power of music through church or through performing in the streets and making people happy. So I was like, at some point, I moved from other vocations that I was studying and said, I want to do music.
Okay. Oh, that's really good. What instruments you play?
So music, voice. That's what I specialized in. Over the years, it was keyboard. At some point, I was playing the flute. Okay. I don't play it anymore. I saw a video of myself the other day playing it as a young girl. I'm like, what happened to me playing the flute? I should pick it up again. Yeah, mainly voice and songwriting.
Oh, that's really good. So at what point did you think, okay, let me add Butterfly Futures to it? It's more like it's a
not-for-profit and social enterprise.
Yeah.
So I think from my experience in the music industry, there's one thing to just be a singer. Coming from a Nigerian background, music
Wait, are you Nigerian?
I am.
I thought you were like Ghanaian or Kenyan or something.
I don't get that instantly. You're not the first one.
Are you serious?
I am.
Oh, okay.
I'm a Niger girl.
Where in Nigeria from?
So my dad is from Kogi State.
Ah.
And my mum is from Southern Kaduna.
Ah, right, okay. Oh, that's probably why I thought like Kenya or something.
Okay. Yeah, the mix. So I think it's part of our culture. Music is in everyone sings. Yeah. And everyone sing well. No. So
we try, the rest of us.
We still give the passion to at the top of our lungs. It's part of every day. So I think there's music, but then there's also music business, business side of everything, and the experiences that I've had along the way. Some really good, some really bad. And I just wanted to empower those around me who are coming up or who are not even coming up, who are already there, who need support. Because I've also worked in the corporate sector as well, I saw many gaps of things that could be improved. So I just thought, if I'm not getting those opportunities myself, why not create them? And create platforms, create resources for people that need it. So that's where Butterfly Future came from. And then it's expanded from just focusing on music to just the general, to people in general, any underprivileged, marginalized groups, specifically gender, race, socioeconomic, and also because I'm a creative and understanding that on the creatives as well. So it's just expanded from moving to Manchester, like wherever the things can be helped.
Exactly.
We want to make a difference and make sure people know that they can thrive and do better than wherever they've come from.
Okay. Yeah. So in a nutshell, what does Butterfly Futures do?
Yep. So we break barriers, and through creative programs, we partner with organizations. So and to add the well-being aspect. So well-being through sport, through creativity, through education. We promote well-being as the benchmark for everything to thrive. So we've got girls football that we've been running.
Oh, that's really good.
7 to 16-year-olds were that was a blessing, and we were nominated for an award, for a Manchester Sports Award last year, which was a surprise because we just started.
Yeah, that is really good.
So, it's needed, the things that we're doing, and also adult movement, but also run well-being events for creatives. And so whatever we do, it's partnering with organizations and communities to increase their well-being.
Well, that is really good. For the time you've been doing the business, I think you've done like so much in the short time frame. That is so good. Right. Starting a business can be really, really challenging. I know sometimes on social media, they tend to make it look like, oh, it's really easy. Like I can start singing today and then I become as huge as Beyonce tomorrow and stuff. Most times that's what social media tend to make it look like. So with your being a singer and also having a non-profit organization, what's the biggest struggle you'd say you've had in the last few years of running it full time?
I think the biggest struggle is time management.
Yeah.
Because both require so much of you to grow. A lot of the work, music and also community voluntary work, requires you to be there. You can't offload. So the time, because you need to do the groundwork, you need to, on the music side, as an independent recording artist, you are writing the songs, releasing it. Now is a lot of the promotion side. It's the building relationships consistently, showing up, and not only that, for yourself, showing up for your community, supporting others. So needing to do that. It's exactly the same in the voluntary sector. Building relationships, getting funding to run your programs, creating those communities so they know that you actually exist, and showing, actually, putting the work in so that people can trust you. It's building trust. It's building, the endorsement that others can get. So, and also finding out who you are in the midst of that is actually quite difficult, because you might start with something, think that you know what it is, and then once you're in it, you can change. So even what we started off with Butterfly Future at the beginning, it's not what it's doing now.
Okay.
So it's having to be like struggling through, I thought it was this, things aren't in my control. Do I change? Or do I, stay? Yes. No, I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing. So like being able to know how far you adapt, that can be a challenge as well.
Yeah, I think that's usually what happens in business. Sometimes you just start and then you're like, okay, maybe I could pivot, or maybe I can adapt, or just change with how things are going, which is, I think, is quite essential, to be fair. So how do you push past like managing your time with doing Butterfly Futures and also doing music?
I have a really supportive business partner who helps keep me on
essential.
track. And in order, like I'm someone who used to thrive on, I can do all these things on my own. No.
Alpha female.
I can't. It doesn't work because the stress that goes into it, and
it's a lot.
All of that, and even having someone to hold you accountable. Because if you say you're going to do 5 things and you only do 1, you could just be like, I did it, But having a business partner or someone in your team or someone that supports you who's got strengths that you don't have, so that complements, because So my business partner, he's a project manager, so he can help me with an overview of where I can get stuck. Sometimes I can get stuck on the micro.
Yeah.
And he's like, big picture, this is what we're trying to achieve. You said you want to go this, let's try this, or don't get so emotional.
I know what you mean.
Maybe re-strategize, leave it alone if something's not working. So to have those around you, that's the only way, I think, having support. I also have lovely people that I key into to help me in different aspects. I can't do it alone.
I know. It is really hard, like trying to do business by yourself. It's just nice to have people that you can like plug into or just being in the
100%.
right spaces as well. I think it makes a lot of difference. But yeah. So what's it like the biggest joy or the biggest achievements you would say you've achieved since you started your business?
Ooh, I think where the journey has probably been the biggest joy of, there's so many times that I wanted to quit. So many times that I was like, this is too hard. Music industry is so tough. And then getting into the voluntary space as well. There's a lot of tough moments. I think seeing the impact of what I do. So the fact that it's opened up so many doors just being me. So I love the fact that with my music, I've been able to tour internationally. So I got to perform my own songs for 5 weeks in Dubai at the World Expo.
Wow.
And that was so, that was just such a special moment. The amount of people I performed in front of, the scale of the expo alone, and being in another country performing your own music. And I was on TV there. And I think it just makes it real that all of that struggle, things do start to work.
Yeah.
You just have to keep on going. I think that's a huge highlight with my music to be released and doing that. And also with the community stuff with Butterfly Future, I think for me, it's actually that I get messages that people have genuinely, their lives have been impacted by the work that we've been doing. That's what it's for. I've done different programs. I've done well-being for women in the music industry, done these sports programs for these girls, and the parents that talk to us about the impact on the kids, or the women who have the confidence to not quit the industry because they've been poured into. That's just been my biggest joy, that I can have impact.
Yeah, I think that is really good. Like just seeing the journey and what you're doing with it. So for people that are doing music or have gotten into music, and you've just mentioned doing the world tour in Dubai, which I think that is huge. That's a big deal. I think you're just being modest with how you said that. You're supposed to toot your horn a bit more. That is so good. So for people doing, like people in the music space wanting to get on like such platforms or do something like that, how did you get yourself and your music into a space where you're able to like do your world tour or like get on those platforms? Was it sponsored as well, or did you?
I was brought over thank goodness, I was paid to go and do it. Thank you, Lord.
That is so good.
Payment for your work.
I know.
It's very good, so you can continue to do it.
Yeah.
I think it's an ongoing process of committing to yourself and committing to doing things well. I think the challenge now is that so much of what we do is put out before it's even finished.
Yeah.
And there's a pressure because we're now in a season with social media where people want to see. However, that might make you feel like you have to do something and release something and do something finished quicker, where it's taken me years to develop. Years. It's taken me years to develop my voice. It's taken me years. I studied music. I've got a Bachelor of Music.
Okay.
I majored in contemporary performance. I've been doing music professionally for about 15 years.
That is really good.
And so there's no overnight, I don't believe in overnight sustained success. So you can have people
That's the word. Sustained success.
Because you can go viral, but a lot of what you don't see afterwards is the aftermath of not being ready.
Exactly.
So opportunities, I
think that's why they say that one hit wonder or something.
Yes,
yeah.
And that can make you feel, so for a lot of people that have had that, they can make you feel worse than even having it in the first place because you've tasted it.
Yeah.
And so I think that's to be able to sustain is working on your craft, studying music business, studying business. Because a lot of where things come is from teams that if you're an independent, I kind of followed the independent route where more in-house, my thoughts, my things. If you're bringing people on, you need to know that they're not taking advantage of you and your talent, and also just the confidence to know what you're about. So that comes, I think, hand in hand with knowing your craft, but also taking the time to understand yourself and being okay with your strengths and your weaknesses, because that means if you're okay with them, no one can shake you either way.
Exactly.
And I think that's things that I experienced growing up, where I so badly wanted people to tell me I was good, tell me I'm amazing, and then they leave, or it was just because they wanted something for themselves, not for my best interest. And I think the more I've gotten older and recognized, I'm like, oh, I can put this into myself.
Exactly.
Oh, I've got the thing to offer here. So in hand, taking that time to nurture yourself and whatever that is, and having your foundation. For me, my faith has gotten stronger than ever, because it's really tough. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on half the time. So it's the art, the craft. If you can study, if there's things to study, if there's people that you find that are successful, shadow them, hang out with them, intern with them, just be around the spaces that you want to grow into. And you never have to be perfect or ready to start. Just get into it and you will grow. So I think it's committing to the long term, and being able to be okay with the rejection and the failures and when people don't understand your vision.
Exactly. Yeah. Which is part of running a business anyways.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, definitely. So how have you navigated? I think it's only recently I started hearing independent music artists, because I always just thought everybody was signed to a label.
Yep.
So that's the second option. Either you're independent or you're signed to a label.
There's so many options.
Oh, okay.
There's this.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Many.
Yeah, because I'm used to hearing you're signed to a label and
That's
stuff,
right.
and I'm like, so why did you choose the independent artist route compared to the other options out there? Yeah.
Yes, I think, to be honest with you, I think it chose me more so than that opportunity. I was around, so there's even, there's different types of structures. There's major labels. You've heard of Sony, Warner, Universal, they're major labels. And then there's independent labels as well that you can be signed to. You can have, even some of these major labels can have independent affiliations.
Yeah.
So there's different structures that work for the type of artist that you have, or the trajectory you want to go to, or there's fully independent artists. So myself, I've actually gone across the span of a lot of the independent routes. So I've been signed to an independent label before, and that didn't work for me. And so also for majors, I was positioning myself to be picked up by majors. So I had experiences in Australia, where I was born and raised. And here from the accent's a bit different. At the time, the route to get into some of these major labels, all the major labels for my type of singing, was to go on a reality show. So that process is called A&R. So I was touring with signed major label artists. Fun fact, my brother, who's 1 year older, was also signed to Sony.
Okay.
So I was around it,
hanging
around it. So I was like, I know how it works. I'm an artist, and I've got talent. They can develop me too. They'd be like, great, go on a show. So they test your viability. So I went down that path. I did reality TV, did X Factor twice.
Is that X Factor in the UK or Australia? Oh, okay.
I did.
I'm going to go look it up on YouTube. I'm going to go look it up on YouTube.
I did. And, that hope of being seen, and I guess being in the industry at the time, I knew how it all worked. So I was like, this is going to be my route of, getting into that. And it didn't work. So, okay, what's next? Am I going to stop? Am I going to find a pathway? Independent, do it yourself, equip yourself. So I would bring in teams. I hired a press person. I knew how to run my band. I was doing all live at the time, all live performance, live music. And I just pulled people in, consultants. I think that's something I just knew about being around it. I knew what the teams needed to be. So it's okay, I need someone to help me with marketing. I need someone to help me with styling, or So pulling those things independently. So I've been in and out. The fact that things have come and gone, and I've had teams, I've had booking agents, I've had publishers, I've had you name it, and it's come and gone. So to keep going, it's been okay, cool. For this point in time, I'm going to work on myself, equip myself, and do it independently. So I have the full say in how this comes out, and especially because I'm trying to do something slightly different, where I'm merging myself as a organization founder and also connecting that to my music. There's crossovers in both. So forging that, I'd like to have the freedom to direct what it is.
Exactly. Because I'm assuming if you're with an independent label or one of the major labels, would there be a restriction on what you can do as a founder of like a different business, or you could just go on and do stuff?
Depending on your leverage, there's different deals for every artist. No artist deal is exactly the same. I think it depends on what you're bringing. If you've already built something, you've got more leverage to negotiate your deal and your terms and conditions. It's always good to have a lawyer to go through every single contract. A lawyer you trust.
Exactly.
Not just any lawyer, a lawyer you trust.
Yeah, that bit.
And so I think that I could have leverage. My music could grow to a point where it is still separate. So my music could go to a level where it needs to be housed within a label, or I could just create a label myself.
Okay. And just out of curiosity, just back to the reality TV thing.
Yes.
How did you find it, like being on reality TV? Because I know everything is like, is it acted or is it like real life? Or
I mean, you're getting real people. They're real people, and people go on these platforms for different reasons. So you have people who are really trying to make a career out of something like music. But just to give you the perspective, the same production crew that did X Factor is the same crew that did, I think, The Biggest Loser. So for them, it's not necessarily an emotional connection to your music. It's kind of like they have a show that they need to produce, and they need those moments. So I think I loved the big crowd. I love being able to perform in front of a lot of people. I don't know. Do you know who the Spice Girls are? So I had grown up like, I'm Mel B. Even though she's mixed race, she was the closest to black that we had.
Yes.
I'm like, Mel B. So I was always Scary Spice growing up, and I had the platform shoes. It was such a big part of my childhood. And then with the first X Factor I did, she was one of the judges.
Yeah.
So to sing in front of her and for her to tell me I sounded good, it was a beautiful moment. So there was so much, there was good, and I made some incredible people on the show, even in the production as well.
Okay.
So there's a lot of things that are there that are good. I think just knowing who you are is really important, because the letdown of being on a big stage and people like, no.
I know.
It's hard to deal with.
It messes up with your personality. Like, am I good enough, or is there something wrong with me, or did I miss something?
And it's all out there. And I think, some of the things that happened on top of that was the comments. So I had racist comments.
Do you even bother? Do you look at the comments?
I looked at them and I had to stop.
Okay. Sometimes I won't even bother
all
because
kind of racist names, or that you're not good. Who she thinks she is. You're confident because you have a degree in music. I studied performance. It's not because, so I better be.
Exactly.
My teachers would be like, if you're pretending to be like, I don't know how to sing. I wasn't that person. Yeah. So they'd be like, who does she think she is? She thinks she's too good. So being able to I had to stop, because there was a couple of comments that did affect me. Yeah. That's the reality of it. So having a good support system to get through therapy.
I know.
Afterwards, how to manage, because being thrust into the spotlight, you're on TV, it feels like you've made it, but it can easily go very quickly.
I know. So would you say like being on TV or being on reality TV has helped your music career, or just helped you as a person, or just
It has definitely helped. And I'll give you a story as to why. So I did X Factor in Australia, and then I was in the UK, and I was working with a producer, and he was working on a show called All Together Now. And it was when I was living in Reading at the time, it was filming here in Manchester.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, what is it? So the concept was they had 100 people in the audience who were all somehow to do with music, singers or producers or performers. And you would sing a song and the aim was to get the 100 to click their button and sing along with you. So if you got the closest to 100, you could win 50,000. So it's like a game show, but music. You could win £50,000. That's it, no record label or anything connected to it. I was like, £50,000?
Let's do it. When is it starting? Register me, put my name on.
Whatever, I don't need to know anything.
Exactly, that's all I need to know.
I was there. I was so there. So I didn't win the £50,000. However, when I was applying for my visa to stay in the UK, I applied for a global talent visa, and you had to prove certain things. You had to prove that you'd had national press.
Okay, that's enough press, isn't it?
That video. So thank you.
I know.
You helped me stay in the UK. So these things, if you change the way, even if things are good or bad, the mentality as to how you relate to those things.
Yeah.
I'm not sad. I'm grateful for all of it. The X Factor experience, the second time I did it, I got through to home visits. They flew me to London for free.
Okay.
Is
that from Australia to London?
From Australia.
Okay.
I didn't know I was coming. We got to the airport. They said, you're going to London.
Surprise.
And we flew there that night. What kind of experience is that?
I know.
And then after
I hope it was like first class.
It was Emirates. It was still really, it was Etihad. It was one of the good ones. Like, the service was beautiful. Was it Emirates, I think? And then we went back via Abu Dhabi. Spent 3 days in I think 2 or 3 days in Abu Dhabi. I'm not complaining.
I know. I mean, world tour. Hello.
So those experiences, for me, I have a different view of life because I said my voice got me that. Touring I toured.
Can you imagine having a voice that would just put you on a plane and put you in? Like what key was I when they're sharing good voices?
Look at the way you do design. Yours is already here. No. Your fashion
I'm waiting
is
for
level.
when I can go on tour with maybe like Beyonce's team. Or it'd be nice if I'm on like their fashion team or styling team, and then we can be doing the world tour and stuff.
It will happen.
Yeah, from my mouth to God's ears, isn't it?
I mean, and it can be at different levels too. So not even just yourself as an artist. Not everyone that sings needs to be an artist, because there's a type of work that's required to be an artist that you need to be prepared to do.
Okay.
You just want to sing. I'm also a session vocalist. So I record for people and they use my voice and you don't know that it's me. I also...
Do you write for people as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's really good.
I do. And I just do demos. So session can either be that it's released, but I do demos. So someone might just need a record and they need a voice. So I will demo it. So I have my home studio myself. I can just record something, send it over to them, get paid like a hourly rate to record my voice. You can be a backing vocalist. I was a backing vocalist for 3.5 years and I toured the world.
Wow.
I've been to Thailand, Hong Kong.
So what does a backing vocalist do?
So the teams like the singer who's the main artist, but then the people backing them.
Yeah.
So
I thought they just called them backup singers.
Backup singers, background singers, backup vocalists. Maybe because of Australian terms, I think we've got different.
After this session, like my music game will be so high.
Like, what?
I know.
It's so vast. You can front. I'm also someone that does covers because it's a way of, I had a covers band. That's a way of earning income. You don't have to be just an artist. You can, wedding bands, singing other people's music. Or if you go to a bar, you can enter into so many different parts and earn an income.
Oh, that
a full-time income.
Yeah.
You can go and perform at residencies. You can stay at hotels and perform. You can stay in places, and perform every night. You can go in West End and do musicals. So there's such a vast array of, just as a singer alone in the music industry, you don't have to just be an artist to make it and to live comfortably and tour.
Yeah. Kind of like what comedians do as well, because I know they do all them Vegas residency and stuff.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, that is.
So you can, and there's different, if you go down I didn't do that well as a background vocalist fully because my voice is quite unique.
Yes.
So they'd be like, Tabi, we
even
can
like
hear
just
you.
speaking, like your voice is, if I hear your voice from like a mile off, I'm like, that's definitely Tabi. There was that thing recently with we singing. I was going to put a comment to say, do you mean like wrong answers?
Yeah.
Should we just put the wrong answer? Because it's so clear as your voice. I could be sleeping and hear your voice. I'm like, that's Tabi. And to think that I've only just met you and like your voice is so distinct.
Oh, wow.
It's beautiful. Like just speaking.
Thank
yeah,
you.
the singing is, you guys need to go listen to her music. It's amazing. Amazing.
There's a lot you can do. And I think just with arming yourself, because some of us I think it's important. I think know this for business as well. We just jump in because we see someone else, but knowing what you want to do, because you might just want to sell 3 items, but you want to sell 3 items that are worth £100,000 each. There's a different route to someone who wants to reach global. There's different things you need to be educated with, and I think that it's important that so you don't get let down from something you tried, but that might not have been your path in the first place. Because I've tried so many things in music. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm an artist, but I can do so many other things to also help me make income to support the artist stuff.
I think it's nice that you've tried all these different routes because there you know what you're good at, what you want to focus on, and what you're not interested in doing. 100%. I think that is even like in the running a normal business as well. Like there's so many things you usually want to try out. Like even when I started with like making clothes like for people.
Okay.
And then I'm like, oh, this is too much work. I don't like talking. I don't want people to come here and sit down. Then I start having chats, and then I'm like, okay, I'll just do everything online, and then not have to talk to anyone. So for the last 4 years ish, I think this is the first time in the last almost 5 years I have been like really out. Really? I'm always like on the background. Just do everything online. If you need anything,
so
just message.
Wouldn't even need to know who you were.
Like, sometimes I do like in front of the camera, but it's only this year I really started being in front of the camera, like capturing behind the scenes and all of that.
You are encouraging us to keep getting in front of that camera.
No, I'm learning from you.
No,
I'm learning from you because
I was like, if this lady running this business and her children and transforming her life day by day is still getting it done, you better get up and post.
I think the motivation is when influencers tell you, oh, is this price? You're like, I better get in front of the camera quick, with the quickest intention because the price.
I'm not missing out on my blessing.
Considering how long you've been doing music, how have you marketed yourself or put yourself in places where you want people to know that this is what you do? So for like people that only just like starting music or just getting into that space, and maybe they're struggling with people noticing that they can even sing, how did you put yourself in spaces where you're able to do like tours and?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. I think at the beginning, I'd say try everything because it's only I'm selective now, but that's because I now know exactly what I'm not doing. But I wouldn't have known if I didn't try everything, and so that's going to open mic nights and just getting up and singing, so people know there are people who are looking for. If you're good, people are looking for you to work with you, and also can build you up. So I would say go to the open mic nights and perform. Go to the industry conferences that are put on for people like yourself. If there are industry conferences that are for startups, for starting. There's some that I've been a part of, and there's some that I've gone to. There's a whole, and there are networks where if you join them and sign up, they're throwing resources at you. If you're an artist, there's one called FAC, and I'm part of the Artist Council, Featured Artist Council. There's supporting artists, and there's sessions of how to navigate and build yourself. There's Creating Vision, which is CR8, number 8 Vision. They have got so much industry advice and support where you can get into sessions with accountants, A&Rs, and learn about the industry. So there's I would say just get into then a lot of them are free. So it's not about having the money.
Yeah.
It's just like finding communities that exist that can offer you. There are music charities that can support you and put on sessions. Great music charity called Help Musicians. Amazing. A lot of people don't know about it. They've helped me with support. I've had financial support. I've had health support, either through counseling, therapy, getting my ears tested, support to build my music. They are there. So I would say looking for music charities, music communities that offer education and resource, and going to the places where you can collaborate. So if it's a producer that you like, email them, message them, send them a demo of your stuff. Can I come in, have some time? A lot of them will say no. There'll be some that say yes.
How do you navigate the no's?
Send 100 more.
That's the spirit.
Expect the no's. Expect the majority of the people. We are so inundated with information now. I'm guilty. I messaged you on 3 different platforms to get your attention. It worked. But I also knew that I had something to offer. I wasn't going to take advantage of you. So just in that sense of why it's still important to be okay with yourself, so you're not desperate. If you get the no, you can keep it moving.
Yeah.
And I'd say have a job.
The extra income.
Have a job.
It's just necessary. Because I know like people say, oh, just go all in, like jump in.
No.
You'd figure it out after. I'm like, you do know you have bills to pay.
You've got bills and things.
Unless you're like living at home and you don't have any responsibility or
100%.
bills.
And to work with people costs, for you to do what you do,
Yes.
it costs you something.
It is expensive.
If you were to do anything for me that was free, it costs you something. So it's not free.
Like time is expensive.
It's a cost.
My resources is expensive. It doesn't have to be like physical
100%.
cash. There's so much other.
No,
Yeah.
I have a vocal producer that I've worked with for years. He is my vocal producer. I asked him to mix something for me. He said it's going to be this amount for the hourly rate. He said, okay, 100%. Because he's working.
Exactly.
He's going to look after me, but it's not. I don't have an expectation. I think that's something we need to work with. I don't have an expectation that just because you're with me that everything has to be free, because it costs.
Yeah, he doesn't owe you nothing.
He doesn't owe me anything, and that's his livelihood. That's his job. That's the same for me. If you want me to come and sing somewhere or to show up and do something with my resources, it's going to cost me something. So, just to keep that in mind, and it becomes easier for you if you want to do some studio time with someone and they say, I can fit you in and I can give you the best equipment. I can like make you the sound you want, but it's going to cost you £25 an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you'll get something good out of it.
Something has to give. Yeah.
Have a job.
Yeah. Very necessary. Yeah. Have a job. Like, did you hear that? Have a job. Just get money from somewhere. Because I know a lot of times, especially like when you're just starting, it's like, oh, we'll figure it out. I'm like, how do people even figure things out without just having that backup money? Because then you have options. And that options is, because I love options and I love the good things of life.
Yeah,
I'm like,
okay.
I need that money. I don't know how we're going to find it or we're going to get it, but I need it. I need it like I'm breathing.
You want to sit in the lab?
Yeah, I know. It's so necessary. Butterfly Futures, how long have you been running it?
We launched our first program in the beginning of 2023.
Okay, so just about 2 years now. So how have you managed to mix music with that, or do they run separately?
They do mix. They 100% mix. I think in this day and age, we're blessed to be able to pull from multiple talents, multiple giftings to create, your own thing. It hasn't always been like that.
Yeah.
Where before it's like you're either one or the other, you can't mix things. But because I am so knowledgeable in the music industry, I can transfer a lot of things. Because if you're a musician, if you're self-managed, self-run, you're not just music.
Exactly.
You are industry.
Yes.
You're all of the things that run across anything. So I can apply that to
your business.
Our sports program. I can run our adults. And then the creative events. So we've gone more into the event space.
Okay.
So my knowledge of feeling, emotion, what you're trying to achieve helps. Being sensitive to what the audience might need helps. Also, pricing things or knowing who to bring in as partners helps from, I guess, my music experience. But not only that, the platforms operating in the music space actually helps the organization because people can see that there's a correlation with me knowing what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
And they can trust the words that I'm saying. And also the other way where the organization has opened me up to so many opportunities musically and to conversations with heads of organizations, CEOs, founders, and just the fact that it's helped me build that spirit of collaboration, which is what I believe in.
Exactly.
So they really cross over. There's been, and I'm continuing to do so, if there are events where Butterfly Future shows up to, I also will always, I'll ask, can I sing? So I like try to do it. If I'm there, I might as well use both.
Exactly.
And I love that. If there are places, and I try to put my time and energy to those places that would have space for me to be all of it. Because I want both. I want both to flourish.
Exactly.
So I'm mindful of that. Sometimes the balance, I have to be reminded sometimes that, Tabi, you're still the singer.
Right, okay. So from all your years of doing music and then also doing Butterfly Futures, what's the best and worst advice you've been given?
Worst advice is anyone who tells you what they've done for other people and that they'll get you to that same place and further quick. Run. You're not them.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not. We're all individual organizations, individual people. So our path is unique.
Yes.
So I think so many times where I've fallen victim is to those that really overpromise and underdeliver. So anyone that's saying something that doesn't align with where I'm at or where I'm going at the pace, I don't believe it anymore.
Yeah.
Let it show.
Yes.
Let relationship build so that we can go, you understand me first to know what you can offer me. Then we go from there.
Yeah, that is such a good point. You need to understand me first before you know if I can blow up tomorrow.
You know, you get those emails every day that it's like, I'm going to promise you this and I can guarantee you this. You're just getting whatever you're getting from some stock standard, illegitimate thing that's not necessarily going to work for me.
And they'll tell you they've done research in an enclosed, like how many people did you do the research on? How did you come up with these numbers?
Trust it anymore. I don't. I've seen behind the veil.
Yeah.
And then the best advice is just do you. Just do you.
I know.
And it will all work out.
Exactly.
And that's in the times where I've really gone through I think depression and things are hard and I'm confused or rejection or being let down so many times and thinking, do I need to change me? Is this, I think you mentioned before, is there something wrong with me? Just do you, because like I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
Exactly.
You know, and that I go by this thing now. Even if I get pivoted, so say when I moved to Manchester, I was working full time as an administrator for a charity at a cricket club. Cricket, that's not me. I was questioning God. I was like, why am I here? This isn't, but just the amount of things that I learned and could apply later, I think I've recognized that nothing is a waste.
Exactly, yeah.
If I just know, like if I'm just doing me, wherever I find myself, stoppages, like things that look like they're, not working, I'm like, just continue as you. Work out.
That is so good, yeah. Just do you. And the thing is, skills that we pick up along the way, we do not even know when it would become useful or when we can apply it. I mean, see me setting up a podcast studio. I know, like, just do you.
Yes, all
Such
that social media content you've been doing.
I know.
You know how
it's
the camera's working.
Play now.
It's not just you making clothes or the clothes.
Exactly. It's just
100%.
It's just funny how much skills you get to pick along the way, especially like when you're running a business. Yeah. there's so much skills. Like you think it's just singing, but then you said music and business. I'm like, what is that?
Oh,
There's music business.
There is music.
But yeah,
business.
there's so much you have to
and it's
like
just
know.
Business.
Exactly.
It's crazy because I'm so emotionally connected to my songs. People are it's business.
Exactly.
If you're wanting to have it as a career,
exactly,
it's business.
Unless you're doing it as a charity and just want to go around singing for free, then we still need to use our voices to help us, isn't it?
100%.
Yeah, that is so good. So what mindset changes have you had to have, or what mindset shift have you had to have from when you first started and then just navigating maybe the highs or the lows of like doing music as a business and then adding your non-profit as well? What mindset shift have you had to have?
Biggest ones is collaboration is safer for me.
Yeah,
I know it's not for everybody. For me, and that's part of like learning how I function best. I function best in partnership. I function best in collaboration. It makes me happy. So finding the right people to work with, because I used to strive for like the best of the best for the industry. Like I need so and so, and then I need their name, and that no, I just need same alignment.
Exactly.
So that's been a shift. So I don't look at accolades like that anymore. And secondly, I'm very deep. I'm very emotional. If you know me long enough, I'm very, very, very emotional. Sometimes if you see me out, you may not get all of that. I'm very emotional. And I think managing my emotions when making decisions or speaking to people, that's been a big thing that I've had to, it helps with writing the songs. It helps with the performance side and connecting. Sometimes it can be difficult in business because I can't just make decisions from an emotional standpoint.
Exactly.
Sometimes I can't move if I'm in an emotional place where I'm like, I'm heartbroken. They said they get back to us in 3 days.
It's now 3 months. I haven't heard from anyone.
They promise. And what works for me so well in this creative space works really bad.
Exactly.
When it comes to moving with the business. So I'm learning to be aware of that stuff in me. And if I can't, but just have those around me that can help me manage that side. Because I don't want to change that bit. I want to still be I want to still always be deep.
Exactly.
So I can receive and create. But
just
business side, they'd be like, who is this lady?
Yeah.
What's she on about?
I get what you mean.
It's not that deep.
I know. Yeah, because people look at you like, is he more than this, or is there something else?
What else? Are you okay?
I know what you mean.
And then I'll look 3 days later, but I shouldn't have written that.
It's not just, I've had moments like that. I go back, I'm like, and I can't just unsend this message.
You cannot unsend. Some of them,
it's gone now.
Read and silence. And I will also say this, because I'm learning this very newly as well. Hormones, women, being a woman, I change through the month. Hormones affect me.
Yeah.
My time of the month, my cycle, I'm learning about new things I didn't know. I didn't even know. I think I learned maybe last year of the term perimenopause.
I think I've only just learned about
and
that
then
recently.
I've started just reading just the terms and how that can affect, and even as a business owner, how that can affect how you're and where you are in life, how that can affect how you do things, the time of the day that you're functional, how you think. It's not just being tired and overworked. It can be all of that. So the education, that's the mindset shift that I'm like, I need to learn, because some of these messages that I'm sending are not me.
Exactly. I think it's just that awareness of this is not something because just saying what you've just said now. When I was pregnant for my first, there was a photographer I worked with. The drama. I mean, sometimes I have the messages I sent then, I was so upset I deleted them, but then I put it in a folder. So sometimes I go back and I read it. I'm like, who is this person? This is not me. So I think
Yes.
from the first child I had, and I saw all the, because those are not things you actually think about. But then I'm like, this is so unprofessional.
100%.
It's so not so. There are times where if I'm doing something that doesn't look like not me, I just take a step back. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, let's just get back
Yeah,
into
need some
how. Yeah,
grace.
I think it's just being like aware of yourself, or just
Yes.
be no, this. Yeah, we need to fix this. So I think after then, I've just been a bit more conscious of what I'm doing, especially because you're having to interact with like so many people, and you don't know what headspace they are in as well.
You're right.
So like I can't just pour my pregnancy hormones on people because I'm upset. You're upset. Do they know you're pregnant? Even if they
Yeah,
do, like
true.
they don't understand
What's happening with
why
you.
you're acting the way you're acting.
Yeah.
Because even me, I did not know at that time. It's only like when you look at things and in hindsight,
Yeah.
you're like, that's what it
That's
is.
it is. And
That's what happened. Okay.
even here,
And you give yourself grace when you know that this is not, but then sometimes some relationship just gets
I've lost some.
broken. You can't even fix it.
I've lost some.
But yeah,
But
it
I
is.
do, I try to, I can only say I know better now because I
That's
didn't
it.
know these things and I didn't know. So the level to which, I mean, people around me told me a few things. Like,
It's just
again,
like,
at the same time of the month, Tabi, I'm like, oh.
okay.
But just going on that jet, like, I'm open to growth. So I'm actually, sometimes that I look at certain moments, I'm like, oh dear, but then I'm grateful for how far I've come.
Exactly.
I'm like, I didn't know. And now I know, like,
live
I'm
and
looking
learn.
forward to more that I'm going to expand into and evolve as a,
Yeah, definitely.
as a human being.
Exactly. That's what it is. So how do you handle downtime? So either in your music career or in like running your business, if things are not going like you want it to go, or obviously times where like things are not moving, because in business it's kind of like normal. There are times where it's like peak, like mountain peak high, and there are times where it's like valley low. You're like,
yeah.
what, did I offend somebody?
Sure.
Like,
Sure.
so how do you navigate those times?
My faith and going back to the people in my life that love me, that can encourage me and remind me of what I set out to be. Because there's no other, it's so difficult.
It is.
Your mind, if your mind, because I've been in places that my mind wasn't working. So to do, if someone tells you, do all of these for your business to be successful, do this, but you're just in survival, trying to overcome trauma or anything like that, your mind isn't in the right space. So through COVID, had a terrible time. Also a good time because I could write my album, which is going to come out shortly.
Oh, that's good.
But I experienced, I went through a divorce. So something that I had as my strong, support. So navigating my identity outside of that, it's COVID. So musically, the career was like my music career, the trajectory tanked for most people, but like mine was growing at that time, going upwards. So it all tanked. That, and then picking myself up again. And I was in London. And when I moved to Manchester, I've been here, this is on my third year here. It took me 2 years to come out of a funk.
Wow.
2 years. And sometimes it's, people wouldn't necessarily see all that because you just popped up.
Exactly.
I've been here for 3 years, but just getting in, because there's a lot I didn't understand but I just served, at the time I just served in church and just was like, I don't know, but I trust that it's all going to work out. I trust the process. And part of the down is the opportunity to go up.
Exactly.
And so, I would just, and I wouldn't, unless I've had those experiences, I wouldn't fall so heavily on my faith because that's the only thing I had.
Exactly.
No money, no prospects, no one was calling me. I didn't have anything to say. You always have something to say, but mentally I didn't feel like I had something to say. And I needed healing. So in those moments, you need something that's outside of something that's not attached to your worth of business idea or your creative output or something like that reminds you that you're worthy. And whatever you need to do, like make that a priority to keep that alive and to go where the love can fill you up, because there's times that nothing's happening.
Exactly. I know that is just how you navigate that part and know that this is only a temporary phase.
Yeah.
I'll get through it. Okay, so quick fire round session. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Tea. Routine or no routine?
Routine. Need it though.
Routine.
I need it.
Oh, okay. I'm a no routine person. Work from home or go into an office or studio space?
Go into office.
I think we're complete opposite.
It's because I need it.
Yeah.
I need it to function. I'm not like that. I need it. Otherwise, things go a bit funny.
I know. 9 to 5 or entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur.
Oh, that's so good. Morning or night person? Night. Oh, okay.
All day, all morning, all night. Entrepreneurs, 24.
24/7.
Where's that option?
I think that's supposed to be the third option. Road trip or flight?
Ooh, road trip.
Road trip, yeah. What's your dream collaboration?
It had always been John Legend.
That is so. Just thinking or imagining both of your voices, I think it would be beautiful. Yeah,
Stunning.
it will be legendary.
Ooh, yeah.
All right, so team save or team spend or team save?
Be honest. Spend.
Lavish spending. Emails or phone calls?
Phone.
Definitely phone. I'm so quick to get on that phone. That typing thing, I don't know how people do it, but yeah. What's one app you can't live without?
Monzo. Give me the money.
I was thinking you're going to say WhatsApp or notes or...
The money. Anything that can send the money.
I was expecting that. Okay. Would you rather go viral overnight or have 1 second?
Sorry.
One zone.
That came strong too. You know where my head is at. That was conviction.
Yeah. Would you rather go viral? Would you rather go viral overnight or have a slow, steady growth?
Slow, steady, baby.
Yeah. What's your biggest business splurge that you do not regret?
Ooh, investing in a coach. And that was a massive hit to my pocket.
So would you say getting a coach is different from having a mentor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you had both or just
Yes.
a coach?
I've had both.
And what capacity do they function under?
Mentors for me are like the check-in points.
Okay.
They can cover, the mentor can cover your, like, how are you? Who do you want to become?
Are you hitting your goals?
Are you hitting your goals? And help you maneuver maybe from phase 1 to phase 2, help you with blockages. The coach is, what is the specific thing that you want to do? We're going to get you to that. So I wanted to become Butterfly Future and an organization that's a social enterprise. I had no idea. I'd never even heard of the voluntary sector like that. I just knew of charity. There's a whole sector that there's so many things, that the different types. Terminology, CIO, CIC, charity, unregulated, regular, all. Charity commission, company's house, how they move together, how you can be both. So many things. My coach introduced me to this. So it's the educational thing of, he set me up that I was equipped to function as a social enterprise.
Okay, so thanks for coming on the show today, Tabi. It's been amazing having you on here. If people want to find you, where do they find you or how can they find you?
Absolutely. I'm on the socials. My artist name is Tabi Gazele, TABIGAZELE. And the organization is Butterfly Future Limited online. So it's Will Butterfly Future, but LTD at the end.
Okay. So all that information will be placed in the show notes, and then you can go follow her journey and see all the amazing things she gets up to. Thanks for listening to Beyond the Collection by M.A.D. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a story, and follow us on all our social media platforms. It's at Beyond the Collection, and keep building boldly. Thank you. Bye.